What's up guys, this is Dave with Gen 3D Tech. Today we're going to be taking a look at a mouse pad from Glide Mousepads. This is the Glide Founders Edition. This pad is 470 by 390 millimeters and it's 3 millimeters thick. It's advertised as a pad that has control but also speed when you need it. And for the most part that's pretty accurate. It doesn't have stitch edging. One of the nice things about it is it rolls up real easily and unrolls pretty easily. So if you're like a laptop gamer and this might be a good mouse pad to pack away in your suitcase because you can roll it up and then it unrolls very easily. It doesn't lay 100% flat. It might be hard to see in the camera, but there's these very subtle creases, and I've definitely tried for the last few days to flatten it out as best I can. I don't really notice it when you're moving the hand on there, but it's slightly visible. For some people that could bother them potentially. It does have this logo with the word Glide right there, and then these little X's along the edges here, and then over here also. The base is a natural rubber base with some texture on it. It definitely does not move around on the desk, even though I do have it on a mouse pad, but I did try it without my desk mat. Personally, I'm definitely a fan of 4 millimeter thickness, but I didn't find that the 3 millimeters adversely affect performance in game. Side to side motion and up and down motion feel exactly the same, and consistency everywhere on the pad also feels the same. I've been using this for about a week and it hasn't worn down at all. The price of this mouse pad is $19.99. You can get it directly off their website, glidemousepads.com. And there's a 10% off code BHM. And I'll have that information down in the description, of course. In the comments of some of my other mousepad reviews, which I did them all the same day, so I'm definitely taking a lot of those comments to heart, and I'm trying to adjust my mousepad reviews going forward. Some people wanted comparisons, and a lot of the mousepads that they were asking for comparisons to were ones I didn't have at the time. And I did obtain a few of them. They're just mouse pads that I had avoided because they were from well-known companies and readily available everywhere, and also highly reviewed mouse pads that just didn't seem like it was worth reviewing. But of course, I didn't have them to compare, so I didn't buy them to review. I'm just buying them to compare. So one of them is the QCK Heavy, and while of course it's definitely much thicker, it does have a similar surface to this mouse pad, only this is quite a bit larger. And I would definitely say the Glide is a little bit faster. Control is about the same. If you're looking for a larger QCK with a little bit more speed, the Glide might be your answer. And then of course there's everyone's favorite IKEA pad, what I've affectionately started calling the Git pad, which is Swedish for goat. And of course, goat is greatest of all time. This pad's only $9.99. It was actually $6.99 when I originally bought it, but it's been so popular that they actually raised the price. The IKEA pad is definitely slower than the Glide pad, and I would say the IKEA pad has slightly more control. It's definitely a control pad. As you can see, this other pad, the Glide pad, is a little bit bigger. And then right here, this is a very well used Razer Gigantus V2. This is my son's pad that he used quite a bit. So this one's well broken in. And I don't know if it's because it's broken in, but this pad is a little bit slower than the Glide. But they definitely have similar control, similar feel to it. Anyways, that's about the only pads that I have that somewhat compare to this, that are also popular, that you might have a reference to what type of pad this is. And then humidity wise, we'll go ahead and put a little bit of water on it. See, in the advertisement it did say water resistant, and as you can see, it's just sitting there, and it's kind of hard to tell, but right there it is absorbing very slowly. So And as far as affecting the glide, I don't really notice any difference on these PTFE skates. And then these glass skates, it slows it down just a hair. So I definitely think this pad would definitely stand up to a high humidity environment. It looks like it's fairly easy to clean. And at $20 plus a discount, you're definitely not going to break the bank with this mouse pad. So yeah, this is definitely one of the better mouse pads in the $20 and under market. It's obviously not an artisan pad. There's also other pads that I would definitely recommend above it. But if you're a gamer on a budget, this is definitely a nice mouse pad. I'm not sure, but I think this is their first mouse pad, and I think they're working on another one. So I'm definitely interested to see what they're working on and what they come out with in the future. And I'll probably get that whenever that comes out. But I definitely like covering, companies that you may not have heard of before. It's especially pertinent these days when there's lots of shortages and there's a lot of great pads that you have a hard time finding. So this is a good time to look for alternatives. If you're looking for a control pad with some speed, this is definitely a good option for you. This is definitely not a speed pad. It's definitely a control pad, but is one of the faster control pads that I've tested. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and found this review informative. I'll be continuing to do many more mouse pad reviews, and I have a bunch of mice reviews coming up. So definitely, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe now so you don't miss anything. And I appreciate the people that have subscribed. And please leave a like if you like this video. I always appreciate that. And definitely please leave comments if you have any questions. I always try and answer any questions in the comments. I love interacting with my viewers, and I don't really do this for the money. I do it for the love of tech, and mouse pads and keyboards. It's just a start for me. I plan on getting to all sorts of PC hardware, which is definitely more my background. Again, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Later.